I was going to say good morning, and then I thought, well, that's not right. And then I was going to say good morning, soon to be afternoon, and then I realised it was 5 to 4. I always stumble at the first hurdle, get the time right. The next hurdle is get the date right, and I think I've just checked. Is it the 25th? Or we're probably not the most reliable group for dates or times. Sometimes it's Monday, and I think it's the 25th. It's definitely April, that's for sure. And it's 5 to 4. Change of backdrop to me. Maybe I haven't changed location at all. Maybe I just slot in a different background. Maybe I've just got a load of screens that I just slot in behind me to go, oh, where should I be today? All right, Miss P. And in a moment, I just had an enormous pang of hunger just as I started to speak then, and a massive rumble in my belly. Maybe if you were listening hard enough, you would have heard it. Oh my goodness, I've got a right old rumble going on here. Need to eat something, I think. Just me and you at the minute, Chris. Okay, on. If I shut up and be really quiet, can you hear the birds? I've opened the door. Can you hear? Now I'm not saying. Oh, I was going to say now I'm not saying anything. They've been quiet. Can you hear that? Can you hear that or not? I've opened the door so you get a sense of outdoorsiness. Afternoon, Ken. Are you in for a new sway? I've just been designing day one of the new sway today, folks. And it's a bit of a brain teaser. I've combined the sway with a bit of find your keys brain training. All right, Doris. Afternoon. I keep being quiet because can you hear the birds or not? You can hear the birds. I think they're better than me. I might just shut up and let's just have a tweety preamble. They're not saying anything now. It's typical, isn't it? They've been going mad all day, and now I'm saying let's listen to the birds. They're calling me a liar. Charming. Absolutely charming. You just can't trust the wildlife these days. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. They have proper gone quiet. I've silenced the birds. We'll leave the door open. Perhaps when I go over there, they'll start chatting again. Ready to sway and stretch, dealing with a G. Afternoon, CK's in. All right. Who's that? Someone just whizzed up. Is it Vivian? Is the bowling team coming? So be prepared for some brain training, folks. Which might mean, when there's more information to process, less concentration elsewhere. So it might have a rehearsal in a sit and then see what you think. I know, literally. Maybe is there a cut-off time? Is 4 o'clock the time that they start to get ready for bed? Maybe, but it's definitely. Oh my goodness! That someone's switched off the birds. Oh, did you hear that? That was like a flurry of birdie stuff, wasn't it? I feel like a bit like David Attenborough. Here we are in Cumbria. I was trying to remember where I was then. Here we are. Bex, where are you? Oh, I'm in Cumbria. Carlisle, that's where I am, near to Carlisle. I'm back at Brampton. You've seen me from here before, at my sister's. Anyway, I was hoping for a whole preamble of just bird twit and not me, but they shut up. Anyway, last minute, any headlines, folks, before we get going? And afternoon, folks, by the way, thanks for coming in. It was kind of my David Attenborough-esque preamble. I know, maybe they heard my belly rumble. Just as I pressed live, there was this enormous belly rumble that even made me jump. The click's louder than birds, the click's louder than birds. Doris, help me out. Click. Is that out there? Is that what you're saying? I might have to just do a 3, 2, 1. I'm confused and just too hungry. Aqua earlier, boring stuff, nothing exciting. Oh, the clock, can you hear the tick? That tick, yes, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Bit of a thud going on there. Right, anyway, come on, 3, 2, 1, or. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Bex Townley, later life training, day 1 of a new sway. It's a bit of a brain teaser this week, so do be prepared for some octopus hands to think, oh my goodness, what is she doing? But bear with me. Start with some set boosts and then some stretch. Ready? I'm hoping you can, I've got you precariously balanced on a table today. So I'm hoping the tripod doesn't get a wonk on. Well, we'll see how we go. Ready? Here we go. Usual Alama. How's that for? Doesn't change anything, I think. Some external support close to hand. Let's start with a circulation booster, as we always do. There's my chair in there. Bring that a bit closer, shall we? So, standing prompts if you'd like them. Here we are. If you're waiting for the sit, I'll be with you in a second. But, you know, if you are a seasoned movement snack mate, just carry on with your cert boost so you know what's coming. A little bit more uplift, weight even across both feet, getting in the best possible start position to get the most from this circulation boost. We start steady and we stay steady. If I show you my best side profile, you'll see how that this cert boost march is really driven by the feet and the ankles there. Knees are fairly low, just keep it steady. Oh, we got extra wildlife joining in, and the birds have started again. If you noticed, they weren't saying anything during the preamble when I was saying, and now they're off it. Right, come on. Keep the uplift, bringing in steady arm as and when you're ready. You can see I've got my hand on the external support here. If you're confident without this, for sure, always just tap into the best of everything you've got. If a fingertip touch just helps decrease that balance challenge a bit, fingertips on, that might just be enough to help you move more freely or more confidently, switching between arms like so. Your other option in stand is to take it for a wander, have a wander out with the wildlife. Standing prompts, carry on with that if you'd like. Here's your seated prompts. Depending on the type of chair that you are sat in, will depend probably how you want to sit, where you want to be. First thing is into active sit. If nothing else, you supporting your posture rather than the back of the chair. Then start in the moving parts. So moving parts, 4 out of 4 is all limbs together. You might do a 1 out of 4. You might do a 2 out of 4. If it was out of 3, it could have been a Meatloaf song, couldn't it? Anyway, for now, let's just stay on track, Townley. There's your steady arms, elbows tucked in, with control. The elbow bend is significant. That gives you more control and extra range at the back end, and. If you have intention to come up to stand, have a hip walk forward. Super skills here, but we need in life to transition and transfer in and out of sit positions. Bring the feet back a bit, and. You might have 4 out of 4 now, all limbs in on the mix, or you might just have the legs and 1, so 3 out of 4, all in there. Now I'm on the laminate here. If I don't really think about peeling my feet, I get a bit of a stamp on. Try to just grade that movement through the ankle so that you're peeling the feet off and pressing the feet down. Mix it up, a bit of upper, a bit of lower if legs are involved in your day. Anchor the buttocks evenly, and there's your final option in sit, which might be your sideways. So hands lightly together. This might be to better guide an elbow to avoid a big arm of a chair perhaps, or it might just be to offer a little bit of support to one arm if you need it. Offer extra support to the shoulders, and the weight of the arm can be supported. So you can do that with the legs as well. Extra coordination in there. I'd go for that one if you're happy to. All of that is designed to give you that light lift in heart rate, that need to do that. Take a deeper breath. Whether you were in sit, whether you were in stand, it should leave us feeling invigorated and ready to go for the next element of this movement snack. if nothing else, crowbar in those active sits, those active stand, more uplift, a little bit of circuit boost throughout the whole of your day. It's not just movement snacks aren't just for movement snacking. They're for whole days, they're for life. Right, ready for the sway. I'm going to take it seated just to reinforce the fact it's a bit of a brain teaser, this one. So in sit, if you're absolutely confident with having a bit of brain work in stand, come up to stand. But I'm going to do the first round in sit. Okay, ready? I'm going to lull you into a false sense of security. You might look at it and go, oh, what's so brain trainy about that, Bex? Stay with me, all will be revealed. Okay, lift and open, bit of shoulder blade pinch together, active through the centre, or in stand if you prefer. Okay, we're going to start with a gather up, kind of just half of her shirt off there. Gather up to round about chest, open it out, press the palm away and extend the arm to a comfortable distance. Gather in, right the way in, and then press it down and away. Stop, pause, that's the arm sequence. I'm going to come up to stand this time, remain in sit if you prefer. If you are in stand, you might want just a bit of a, you could stand this way round for this one to give you some extra support if you want, a little bit of knee bend, so you might be in this kind of position. Just if you want that extra bit of contact with something, just to feel more confident, just so you can see what's going on, I'm going to stand here. Same on the other arm, uplift, knees a little bit bent, weight even. Hips gather in, back chest tight, sweep it across, just checking what's there. Press away, gather in, again, across and press down. Let's do this, switch arms. Gather up, press away, gather in, press down. Same on the other arm. Gather up, press away, gather in, press down. End of sequence. Fairly non-complex, would you say? Each movement sways and flows into the next. Try and get a bit of a flowy wrist going on there as well. Everything else is really supported. It's kind of having a strength and a stillness. Gather around and press down. Okay, here comes the switch up. 2 arms, but one arm is always 1 step ahead of the other arm. Have a watch of this and you'll know what I mean. She says, wondering if I can do it. Here we go. So I sweep up with this arm. And then I'm 1 step behind, so that presses away as that sweeps up. That presses away as that gathers round. That gathers round as that presses down. Stop. Let's just pause it for there. Let's just keep it really one sequence at a time. Let's do that again. So both arms are doing exactly the same thing, but one arm is 1 step ahead of the other. Ready? Uplift, knee bend, and if you're really looking at this thinking what is going on here, have a sit down, remove the balance challenge. That will help to a certain extent. Excuse me. Gather up. The other one gathers up as that presses away. The other one presses away as the other one gathers in. The other one presses down as the other one gathers in, and then the other one plays catch up to finish. Stop. Let's do it again with the other arm starting first. So the arm is essentially doing that. It's gathering up, pressing away, gathering in, pressing down. It's essentially doing that. So here we go. I'm going to gather up, press away. There, there, there. How is that? One more time. Now, if you slow this right down, 2 ways that you can go. It'll either give you more time to think of what's happening exactly, or actually you might be better off not thinking about it. It depends where you are. Let's go again. So I'm going to really slow-mo this one down. So this one is coming up, 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 up. Now, as it presses away, the other arm is going to do what that one's just done. There. So the other arm's going to do what the other one's just done. The other arm's going to do what the other one's just done. And in amongst all that, you will find, trust me, you will find a kind of rhythm, so that the end of one move sparks the beginning of the next on the other one. Okay, should we leave it there for now? Evan only knows where I'm going to go with that this week. Sometimes I start at the end and work my way back to say what's the start point. Sometimes I just start at the beginning and just go with it in the week. So anyway, there we go. Let's move into the next section, which is the stretchier positions. I'm going to sit down for these ones. A couple of backward shoulder circles just to get shoulder blades and the circles and your shoulders working and smoothly moving in preparation for that pause position there. Chest stretch and release. Now this position, because it puts us in extension and open, if you feel your breathing's a little bit hindered, just don't stay there for long. Just kind of take a breath in and breathe out again. Try to keep the shoulders kind of down there. If you feel that you can comfortably breathe and have a bit of a pause here with that extra stretch, then do that. But it might just be breathe in, breathe out. What's best for you? And go to that. Oh, here he is again. It's a bird. Anyway, I love the bird things. Right, there's your chest stretch, helping with upward posture, which will help with balance, which will help with arm movements, breathing, swallowing, all of those things. Why am I only doing that in the preamble? That's your chest stretch. Back of arm stretch, ready? You're going to be in sit or stand, your position, you pick. Couple of check-ins just to see how your range of motion is today. Can you get your hand to the side of your head, the back of the head, the base of the neck, or the top of the shoulder blades? Just a bit of a check-in with your range of motion, and then go in with the pausey bit if you want to. So where's the natural sticking point of the elbow position? Pay no attention to where mine goes. It's all about you checking in with yourself. It'll be anywhere between downwards, forwards or upwards positioned. Stretching muscles in the back of the arm and round at your armpit junction. Helping with essentially this movement here, all the things we need to do in daily life to get our hands to the back of our head, sorting out cushions, pillows, washing, dressing, all those types of things. So that's the back of the arm, and over time you can hope to see that you get a little bit more range of motion around there. Head stays still on that, so not to contort the neck. Progressing on from back of arm, I talk about armpit junctions quite a lot. The sides of the trunk now. So the next one contributes to our kind of functional reachy positions that you need in sit stand and also in lying positions. So the first bit is the elbow lift, and then the second bit is the extra reach, and it's really about what's happening around your ribbage there. It's like a ribbage stretch. So, and as you take that rib stretch, to get that level of reach, you're going to get some activity around the centre, around your tummy muscles as well. So really stabilising that trunk. All of your tummy muscles are going to be pulled in and working, so you can get extra reach up there. On the reach, on the long arm reach, it's slightly in front there. Just keep the gaze neutral. There's no need to look up. Just have a squeeze and a reach, and here's some other options for you. You might want to take this one, or again add a little bit of a side bend onto that, a reach and a bend. So if you add a bit of a bend, you're going to get extra trunk stretch down the sides. And if you're in stand, a wider position here at the legs, there's the reach, there's the bend. Okie dokes, so we've done chest, we've done back of arm, we've done upward side stretch. Into leggy ones. Do you want the leg ones? So we've got the big muscles on the back of the thighs, and the big but comparatively smaller muscles in the calves. In sit, this one, high up on sit bones, leg out to a straight position, but leg, the knee off the lock, like so. Have an extend and breathe out and creep your way down, fingertips come down. You start to feel the feeling of tension on the back of the thighs here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Have a check-in with yourself. How comfortable can you get your fingertips to toes, those types of things. The trunk is kind of like the drawbridge, if you like. So we're not bending in the middle, we're lifted and extended, and then hinging. Head and chest stays lifted. Can you feel that feeling of stretch, tension, round about here? The more you hinge, the greater that feeling of stretch. So slowly in and slowly out, so you can feel exactly your comfortable range of motion. And it goes without saying, we need this type of movement so that we can continue to reach hands to lower levels with comfort. And in stand will contribute to longer stride lengths, etc. So that's the back of the thighs. Did you feel that? Now down to the lower legs, the calves. First setup bit is the same. Knee off the lock. There's the breath. The moving part now though is the foot. So the toes come back towards you, press the heels forward. You'll get this feeling of stretch on the back of the lower leg and release. Step in. Keep the chest lifted, keep the trunk upright on this one, and as the toes come back, you feel the shin muscles pulling the toes back, pressing the heels forward, and you're feeling the stretch sensation now lower down the leg, possibly round into the back of the knee. Do keep that knee a little bit soft also. If you're comfortable in stand, you're probably going to get an even greater effect from that stretch in standing. Let me turn you this way first. So hands on the chair, here to remove the balance challenge. You can rehearse your backward stepping as well. Ball of foot through to heel press down. Extra stretch on the front of the hip. You're going to feel that, and you're going to feel that in the calf here. In this position, of course, with the support in front of me, that might be enough, but you might prefer to nudge up to the support to the side of you, the outside leg's the stepping leg. That can offer you so much more support and confidence to perhaps go for a slightly wider stretch. Front heel is down on the floor, back heel is down on the floor, and you might even want to explore a repeat of those upper body stretches alongside the lower limb. Now you might find you in a bit of a stretch here, and you might actually want to just take a few incremental steps in to get your way back. To do the other leg, you'll need to turn around, turn around, turn around. Here, there. Same on the other side, sideways view again. Do check this front leg here. Keep the knee back a bit, you should always be able to see your toe here on that front foot. Extra lift, extra squeeze if you want through the buttocks to get an extra hippie stretch here. That concludes your 4 p.m. movement snack. Maybe some Beck's hugs to finish, to stretch off the upper back. If you've been in the garden grippling and grappling, maybe some forearm type stretches as well. So also bringing in some wrist movements here. Slow, really just slow and deliberate there. And you might want to do a bit of a shirt off just to finish off and finale. Right, that's it. That's your 4 p.m. done. I'll be back with you. I think I'm on a double tomorrow. I think I've got a 9. I think I've got a 9er and a 4er. No, a nooner and a 4er tomorrow. I think, and I don't know, chaos in the morning. Someone will be here. How did you get on with the brain teaser? How did you get on with that? Be intrigued to hear. So I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have a good evening. Bye for now.